This has been a long time coming. Not double negatives dangerous. So, hi, my name is Louisa, and I used to post videos on this channel from the time I was a senior in high school to the end of my sophomore year of college. Then, junior year and senior year of college happened, and I just didn't have any time to post YouTube videos. I love to watch YouTube videos, but I just didn't have really any time to post my own. I had to focus on my degree and my classes and, trying to figure out my career and things like that. So I didn't post videos. But I'm back. And the reason why is because I was accepted and I'm doing the Disney College Program Fall Advantage for 2019. And so I thought it would be a good idea to vlog and talk about my experiences, because a lot of people watch DCP vlogs and videos because thousands of people apply for the program each year, and for each season, spring, fall. This is a great way to provide information, and everyone's going to have a different experience, everyone has a different role, and I thought, why not add my take? Plus, my mom and my grandma would really appreciate seeing what I'm doing at Disney, so they trust Disney. I mean, it's a good place, but I think they'd feel better if they could just see what's going on in my world. Also, I recognize that this camera angle is a little weird. I haven't made a video in a long time, so I kind of forgot how to set up my tripod with this particular camera, so my camera angles will get better, so I'm so sorry that you're tilted, but I will work on it for the future. Hey, we all have things we gotta work on. I have plenty, and that is one of them. Also, just a quick note, my YouTube channel will not just be completely Disney content, although that will probably be 75% of the content from here on out, but I just graduated from college, and this is my post-grad life, and I want to do videos talking about what I'm up to in my post-grad life, how that's changing my money habits, what that changes in terms of a job, living situation, and things like that, because I know I really didn't think about post-graduation until like this year. So it's nice to have a plan, and life does go on after college. Shockingly, I know, but I think it would be a great idea to just share my life post-grad and give my tips and show you guys my experiences, because it would be really nice to see how someone kind of got into their life post-grad and kind of found their routine and kind of got it all together, if you will. But I'm only 23. I'm not going to have it all together right now, or probably for a while. Maybe when I'm 45, hopefully. I'm also a dancer, and I'm hoping to be a professional dancer, dance teacher. Also, I would be happy being a technician in the entertainment industry. I just want to do something in the entertainment industry, so my career is really important to me. So you will also see some dance videos, entertainment, career tips, what I'm doing in terms of that. So there's going to be a mix of videos on my channel. It's going to be primarily Disney, and I hope to stay in Orlando after my program, but it's going to be a mix of Disney, post-grad, and dance/entertainment. So just wanted to give you guys that heads up. Okay, so that intro was long enough as it is. This is my story of how I got accepted into the Disney College Program. I leave in about 3 weeks or so that's pretty exciting. We're getting down to the countdown. And yeah, so I'm just going to tell you guys the story of how I got accepted and my experience applying, and yay! There's a lot of people that heard about the Disney College Program earlier on in their lives, particularly in high school and in early college years. I didn't figure out what the Disney College Program was until someone from my school went and did the spring program last year, and she vlogged it, which was great. And then I also found out about other students from my school who have done it. There's lots of people from my school that have done it and work at Disney now, and so that's how I found out about it. Before then, I knew nothing about the Disney College Program. So that was last spring when I first started to figure it out. Then last October of 2018, I was starting to think about post-grad and what I wanted to audition for, jobs I wanted to apply for, what did I want to do. And I looked into the Disney College program, and I thought, the thousands of people apply for it, it's my first time applying, I probably won't make it in, but I said, I should give it a try, and I did all the research I possibly could about it. I watched tons of videos about how to apply, and I joined Facebook groups that were dedicated to it, and I met some wonderful friends and just wonderful people that helped me out with my questions and things like that, and that was really helpful. I really started to get serious about the DCP in December. That's when I did a lot of my preparation. Applications dropped on January 22nd, and I knew that's about when they were going to drop, and I just kind of waited for applications to drop. I felt like I had done a lot of research and preparation, and I was just really excited for the applications to drop. I was like, let's go, let's just do this, here we go. The day applications dropped, people at about 9 a.m., I think it was 8 a.m. for me because Central Time, Eastern Time, but they were saying, the application's dropped, I just did it, I'm already on to the web-based interview, things like that. And my internet was not working. I knew I wanted to apply on the first day because I have a lot of anxiety, so I figured it was the best for me personally if I just applied on the first day, so I didn't have to really worry about it. And I know that some people get stuck in application received and things like that for months, but I just knew for me if I applied the first day I would feel better about things. So, but in the morning I was not able to apply. I didn't really have time in my day to try applying again for a while, but I made time after lunch. I was going to do something else, but instead after lunch I just said, okay, I'm sending in my application now. I made time for it because I was like, let's go. And the application system was working for me. So for the actual application, you list your work experience, your preferences for roles, and things like that. So it's pretty straightforward. It really didn't take me too long. Plus I had written out on a Word document everything I wanted to put in the application. So it all worked out. But I submitted that pretty quickly, and I was like, okay, it's gone. I've let it go. So then sometime during my class that I had from 2:30 to 3:45, I got the email that I had gotten a web-based interview. And I was like, wow, awesome, I got my web-based interview. But then I got immediately nervous because the web-based interview was the part I knew the least about, and I felt like there was the least amount of information about, at least on the YouTubes and the Facebook groups and things like that. And pretty much it's a personality test, and it's to see how compatible you are with the company and if you kind of fit what they're looking for, because Disney employees have to fit a certain mold. That's just the way it is, and that interview really kind of determines that. And I had heard in the web-based interview videos that I had seen and advice videos, they said, because there were some categories where you had to rank statements, and so they said, always do 1 or 5. They like people that are really, really opinionated, don't ever put neutral and things like that. And I was like, well, that just doesn't really feel honest to me. So I was just scared if I didn't kind of take people's advice and if I wasn't honest, I may not pass the web-based interview. But I was like, okay, I'm either going to pass it or not, let's take it. So I'm taking the web-based interview and, it's going fine. Then my Wi-Fi crashes. And I just completely freaked out. I was terrified. I was terrified that it was going to be like, oh, like you took too much time on a question. I was worried I couldn't get the internet back up because once you started, you couldn't stop your web-based interview. And the questions were timed. So I was like, oh my god. And then my Wi-Fi would come back, but then like 5 questions later, it would crash again. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to pass my web-based interview. And people have said for the web-based interview, you need to have secure Wi-Fi, and my school's Wi-Fi has been known to be a little and I just decided to trust it, and I should have probably gone to a Starbucks or something, and whoops. So I was like, I failed it, it was a good try, glad we made it this far, okay. But I got to the end of the test, and it said I passed, which I was completely surprised about. I could not believe it. I was so happy because I definitely thought my chances were out the window because of the Wi-Fi issues. And just to see that I had gotten a phone interview made me feel so good, because it's hard to express yourself and how much you want to do something and how you feel like you would be a great fit unless they actually hear you and your words. So I got my phone interview scheduled for the second day they were having phone interviews. And I was really nervous. The main thing I was nervous about during my phone interview was that I wasn't going to hear my interviewer's name. And people say, oh, like, make sure that you say thank you to your interviewer at the end of your interview. And I was like, what if I don't hear her name? And I was terrified. But I knew everything was going to be great when she was asking me, oh, like, you go to school at Oklahoma City University? And I said, yeah. And she said, isn't that where Kristen Chenoweth went? And I said, yeah. She said she had read it in Kristen Chenoweth's book. And from that moment on, I just felt really, really comfortable talking to her. It was like someone knew, like, where I went to school, and, like, it just felt so much more comfortable. And I thought we had a great conversation. I really enjoyed talking to her. I felt like I could be myself, and I really didn't stumble or stammer, which was nice. I thought it was the best phone interview I could have done, and I thought it went well, so I was really happy about that. And her name was Christine. I remembered. After my phone interview, I just kind of had to wait until they started sending out acceptances. So the week after my phone interview, they sent out a small puddle of acceptances. Like, very few people got in on that puddle. And for some reason, I was just super nervous when that puddle happened, even though I knew it wasn't going to be very many people. The recruiter said it wasn't going to be very many people. And I just got so nervous, and I did not get in on the small puddle. And I just was like, oh my god. I was like nauseated. I was like, I don't know. I really hope I get accepted, because I'm like, if I have to wait for months and I don't get accepted, I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. And then when they had their first wave of acceptances, all day I was talking to my friends and texting and messaging people that I knew were waiting for their acceptances. They had already had their phone interviews and were waiting to hear. And, you know, we were like, oh, will today be the day? And I genuinely thought my friends and the people I had talked to and become friends with were going to get in before I did. I was like, they are great people, they are more qualified than I am, they're just wonderful human beings, you know, they're going to get in before I am, and so, you know, they'll probably get their acceptances today, and I probably won't, and I need to be okay with that. And I was in my dance studio management class, and I had been checking my email all day, and in my dance studio management class, I was like, I have to focus. I'm learning about how to build a dance floor. And so I was trying to focus on that. And then for some reason at like 3:30, I was like, okay, I'm going to check my email one more time. And then, like, I'm not checking it for a while. Like, just stop. And I checked my email then, and I saw my acceptance email. And I just, like, couldn't believe it. And then I had 15 minutes of my class left, so I was like, but then I told my friends, and they were so excited for me, and I was really excited to get in on my first try without even knowing the program existed until last spring was just insane to me. And I know that so many people apply many times and various semesters to do the program. So I feel really, really grateful that I had this opportunity and that I was accepted and that I get to go do this. Like, I get to go work at Walt Disney World. Thank you for listening to this, or listening, watching this incredibly long video. I am so sorry. But thank you. If you stuck through it till the end, you're a champion. And I will see you guys with more videos soon. Bye-bye!